Whew, where to even start? I have so much to talk to you about. I'm so excited and so happy you are here, that I get to share these exciting things with you. If you're new here, hello, my name is Reetta. This is Alola Knit. Alola means on the waves. I'm a knitter from Finland, and on this channel we are riding the waves of creativity together. I'm in a new space. We just moved about a week ago, and it was very quick decision to move. We got an opportunity for a bigger place. So as sad as I am to leave the beautiful 100-year-old wooden house we lived previously, I'm really happy to have more space around me, more storage space because we barely had any, and this room where I'm in now, which is a spare room right now, so it is my yarn craft room slash an office slash a guest room. But here is where I can have all my yarn and creative stuff, and a sewing machine. I just got it from my parents' place. I've had it for years and years, but not since I moved from my parents' house. I never had space or use for it, but now it's here and I've started sewing again. I've been shortening some curtains, and well, I filmed a vlog or some vlog clips about it because I almost lost my mind because I didn't remember how to use a sewing machine. But anyway, so I'm in a new space and I'm super excited. Another super exciting thing which I want to just jump straight to and talk about is this one, which is the Laine Magazine, and especially something inside this magazine. It's my name, my design. A sweater I have designed is in Laine Magazine, issue 24, and I couldn't be happier that the secret is finally out. It's been a long process. Last spring I designed or had the idea and draw the design and sent it to Laine, and then during the summer I knit the sample and started writing the pattern, and you know, it's a long process to get a pattern in a magazine, but there it is. It's Hiekassa sweater, and Hiekassa is Finnish and it means in the sand. And I just think the pictures of the sweater are gorgeous. The styling, these like detailed pictures, it's just so beautiful, and all of the patterns in this issue are so stunning. Like, look, so beautiful. So I am honored to be a part of a beautiful publication like this, and Laine is, I'm a huge fan, so this really is a huge moment for me to be published in a magazine like this, and a huge moment for me as a designer. Like, I actually have something concrete like this happened to me, so I'm speechless. I'm very honored, very thankful for this opportunity and the whole team at Laine. They have been so amazing and helping me out and supporting me, and yeah, it's just so wonderful. And the magazine is out now, so I don't even know what to say because it's just so cool. I don't have the sample here with me now because I believe they are doing like a trunk show or something. So they are sending the samples back to us designers later. But I have another sample I knit for myself because this one I made for the magazine is not for my size. So they requested a specific size for the sample, and I definitely wanted to knit one for myself and try the alternative yarn, or one of the alternative yarns suggested in the pattern. So I will show you that in a minute, but maybe I will show you these pictures. So it has this like contiguous cell shoulder like construction and these flower details on the sleeves and around the neck. Can I like this? So the inspiration for the flowers and the details were from these tiny flowers found here in my hometown, or I guess in plenty of places, like on the beach, in the sand, like hiding there, like super tiny flowers. And you really have to like take a moment to stop and look around you and appreciate the nature surrounding you to even notice these small flowers. So those were the inspiration for this design, and I think I'm just very happy with the design. And the yarn I chose to work the sample with was Linen DK by Saya Wool. So it was a hand-dyed yarn, a DK weight, and a blend of wool and linen. And well, if you have been around this channel, you know that I love linen yarn, and I love to combine linen with wool, like a thin strand of linen yarn with wool instead of, for example, mohair. And I love like these blends, wool and linen blends. I think it gives the yarn very nice texture and some breathability. And then I chose to go with quite a loose gauge, so it was knit with a 5mm needle to get that kind of a breezy and loose fabric. And the Saya Wool yarn, it is hand-dyed in Finland, in Porvoo, I believe she is located, and just absolutely stunning yarn. But then for the sample I knit for myself, surprise, surprise, a neutral toned, a white, off-white color. So here is the version I knit for myself. Now I can show you the details a bit better. So here is the color, and then the same thing is happening here on the sleeves. So these cuffs were knit with a lot of I lost my train of thought. Anyway, the cuffs and the neckband is knit with smaller needles to get this denser gauge and these delicate little flowers, and then the quite loose gauge on the body. The sleeves are like this bit of a balloon sleeve moment here, and then an I-cord edge at the bottom. And this is maybe a bit more feminine silhouette and design I usually go for, but I really like it. And this yarn is Isager Merlin held double, so their wool and linen blend, fingering weight, so I held it double. And this lovely yarn shop from Finland, Piipa Shop, sponsored me the yarn for this sample. So definitely, if you live in Finland, check them out. They have a wonderful selection of quality yarns in their web shop. So I highly recommend, and especially for some Isager yarns, if you're gonna look for some, for example, Marilyn. So here you can see the shoulder construction and then increasing there. So yeah, here it is. And I'm just so happy, and now I get to wear this version I knit for myself now that this secret is out. I filmed like 40 minutes and it had stopped filming after like 13. And I of course noticed it after I had talked for the entire 40 minutes. So I needed to regroup. So if the lighting and my position and everything has changed, it's because of that. That's life. But I guess I got to say everything I wanted about the magazine. We can continue from there. So I don't have any finished objects to share. I haven't been knitting that much. Like I talked about in my previous videos, I have been having some difficulties with my knitting mojo, or it has just been gone. It hasn't felt, I haven't had the urge to knit that much. And with the move and everything, there has been just so much going on right now. And actually some of my knits aren't even here with me in this new place. For example, the test knit I talked about earlier in previous episodes. I'm doing a test knit for my friend Kelly Vibelistrick. I am testing the gorgeous Vestvågu sweater, which is that like fishing net, round yoke textured sweater, which is absolutely beautiful, and that is my #1 priority right now, so that I can finish it during the test knit period and give my feedback and, you know, do a good job testing. But I don't have it with me right now, so I can't show you that. I hope I get my hands on it soon so I can continue working on it. But other things, I had some left over of the Isager Merilin from the sweater project, and I am using the leftover for this headband. This has been on my needles for a while now, and I actually lost the whip for several weeks. I had misplaced it and I didn't know where it was. I found it now when we were doing the move. So now I can work on this again. So this is this beautiful double knit headband. This is the Hair Down headband by Enso Knit. She is a lovely, lovely knitter. I have had the pleasure of chatting over on Instagram. So if you're watching this, hi! I am just so happy I get to connect with other knitters on the internet. This is just the best thing about knitting YouTube and Instagram, and I'm so excited. And this is her first pattern. It's a free one. I will link it down in the description, and yeah, I think it will be a perfect headband. I hope I can finish this during the spring so that I can wear it when it's still a bit colder outside, so on my walks. And yeah, I think it will be super cute. And I love the shaping here so that it is narrower on the back, on the neck, so you won't get that like bulb of your hair if you're wearing your hair down, not head down, hair down, so it will lay like more flat. So I really like the pattern. Then the next whip is one that I talked about in my knitting plans or intentions for this year, and I showed you a swatch for this. So one super exciting and happy thing happening this year, later this year, is that I am getting married with the love of my life, and I'm super excited. And I wanted to knit me and my fiance matching sweaters to remember this time in our lives. And I've started on mine, and the yarn I'm using is this gorgeous lamb's wool, like baby sheep lamb, yeah, undyed, organic, from this Finnish farm. So very nice to support a small business, and you know exactly where the wool comes from. Like it's a small like supply chain, or I guess that is how you would maybe say it. Well, you know, they from their sheep or lambs, and not a huge manufacturer. So undyed lamb's wool, and I love how soft this feels, and the smell, and how it feels kind of greasy, like the lanolin here. I really love a rustic wool like this. And I have started on my sweater. I haven't worked on this in a few weeks, but all here I have knit, I did in just a few days. So it has been a super quick project for me, as like so far, and I'm really enjoying, and I am loving how my idea is coming to life. So here is my sweater. So it has this honeycomb and then these shell like columns or stripes, a drop shoulder construction, and then this mock neck. I was thinking that would I maybe like to fold the collar down, but for now I am keeping it like this, but we will see how I want it when this sweater is completely done. I just like to knit the collar when I have connected in the round under the arms so that I can just see better where this sweater is going, because I think a collar does quite a lot to like the finished look, so it's easier to see is this going the way I am envisioning it. So this is quite a chunky and squishy knit. I really like how the texture gives like that squishy feeling, but also airiness because these shells have these like holes around them. And for my fiancé, I am thinking I want to knit like a darker gray version and then change the shell motifs to something else. I haven't fully decided on what, maybe something like those diamond shaped cables or something, but I will keep the honeycomb columns on that one as well, so it will be kind of matching but then not like completely the same. So yeah, so far so good. I'm really enjoying this process and I really like how it looks. This feels very me, like very, very me, and I'm super happy about that. I think I will start my fiancé's sweater maybe during the summer, and if I finish this before our wedding, I most certainly will wear it before that, so it's not something I think I would need to like save for a specific date or something, but just something I have knit for both of us during this year and that we can then hopefully wear for years to come. So I'm so excited and so happy how this is turning out. My next whip is this one. This is a collar right now. It will be a sweater, and this is a Christmas present for my sister-in-law. A Christmas present for 2024. So my gift for her was that I'm knitting her a sweater that she can design, or that we will design together, but that she can have her dream sweater, like say everything she would think would make this sweater perfect for her, like from the construction, the fit, the color, the vibes, the materials, you know, we can design it together to fit her needs. So she is super excited and I'm super excited, and she was really happy when I said I wanted to do this for her. So I have now started this project. I have a deadline in my head that I want it to be ready before summer or at the end of summer, so that it won't be like it's a Christmas present for 2024, so I don't want to give it to her on Christmas 25. I wanted to her to have it, of course, as soon as possible, and for those lovely chilly light Finnish summer evenings. We discussed the fibers and decided that the best thing for her would be something super easy to take care of. She has 2 small children and quite a hectic life and sensitive skin. So we went with this Drops Baby Merino. I'm using or holding it double for this. And the color is number 55. It is this gorgeous like camel tone. I sent her a bunch of pictures of different kind of yarns when I was in the yarn store so that we could pick up the perfect color and fiber for her. And this is a superwash merino, so easy to wash and care for. And yeah, it will be a raglan construction, but oh well. I hope I can show you more than just the color soon. So I'm super excited, and this is a bit of a different project for me. Usually I'm quite a selfish knitter. I usually knit things just for myself and just things I want. And now I'm really enjoying. I get to knit something for my loved ones as well, and it's a fun change. But of course I want to continue knitting things for me. Then the next thing I want to show you is something red. I have, I don't know, maybe a couple of years now, talked about wanting to knit red things on this channel. Like, as you know, or maybe you can see, I love neutral colors, I like light colors, I like white. But somehow red is just been on my mind, and I knit a red scarf. I knit the fisherman vibe sweater with the red colorwork, but I want a red sweater, a completely red sweater, and I talked about this on my knitting intentions video, and now I have some red yarn. I thrifted this, so I got it very cheap. This is, I think this is maybe supposed to be used like on machine knitting, so it's super thin. I don't remember the yardage, but super thin merino yarn from Italy, I believe. And where I purchased this, they said that this has been used like when they produce wool clothes for sports, like for skiing, for example, like undergarments and things like that. But I am holding it triple and using a 3mm needle, so this will be quite a thin sweater, and I'm super excited for that. Here is what I have right now. And this is funny because when I was filming before, it was more, the sun was out, or it was sunnier than now. Now it's very cloudy, and of course it is later in the day now, so I think the light isn't as warm as it was when I first filmed. And this is a much deeper color now. And I said then that this is maybe a bit cooler red than I thought it would be. I thought that I maybe would want to have a bit warmer red, but I love how my fiance said that this is very luxury red, and it's not like super bluey red, so I think it will be nice. What do you think? I'm thinking it is leaning a bit like burgundy, but I have a good feeling about this. I have a really good feeling about this. And this what I have on the needle right now is in the swatch. This is a part of the sweater because I am thinking of trying out this saddle shoulder construction. So this is the first saddle, and then I'm doing another one and then picking up stitches along the sides. And I am honestly just winging it and hoping for the best. I didn't even calculate really that much like the yardage, so I am just hoping I have enough yarn. And I don't know if this ends up being a fiasco, I can only blame myself, but I am just going with the flow, seeing where this takes me. And I don't know if it's a bad idea because this is such a small gauge and thin yarn, small needles, that this will probably take me forever to knit. I have never knit a sweater with like this gauge and this, like this thin, a thin sweater like this. So I'm a bit scared maybe, but I'm excited to maybe have a red sweater for my wardrobe, my collection. Last but not least, I just wanted to quickly show you this one, which is also a self-drafted thing, or just trying out this idea, which I'm not sure how I feel about, because I think this might look a bit too busy with the Tweety yarn and then the color work and the structure and everything. There is maybe too much going on, but this has been a lingering whip for a while. Now I'm stuck on Sleeve Island, but I just started knitting the sleeve, and even though I'm not sure how I feel about this, I think this is a sweater I know how I feel only when I have it done and I get to try it on and try styling it and really seeing the overall look. So I am determined to finish this, and I don't want to unravel it now, but its fate will be decided after it is finished. But I really like the initial idea of the structure and color work stripes, and there is some structure in the color work. Also, there are like pearl bumps in the little dots there, and yeah, I don't know, what do you think? How do you feel about this? This is not abandoned, but not the first priority right now. So I think I want to first, of course, finish the test knit, and then prioritize after that the knit for my sister-in-law. But I can't just focus on one project at a time. I always have more than one, but those are maybe the ones that have more like deadlines, and I want to finish sooner rather than later. I also have some other lingering whips I have shown you before, for example the Dagmar cardigan, but I haven't worked on that at all, and it will be lingering for a while, I think, while I work on these. I have quite a lot whips right now, and I didn't help the situation while I cast it on the red sweater a couple of nights ago. So we will see where this takes me, because I have been having more inspiration and motivation to knit, but still not as much as I usually have. So at this rate, these will take me forever to finish, but of course we don't know how these things go, and these kind of things fluctuate all the time. So I'm not stressed. I know I can finish the test knit and, you know, give feedback and do a good work with that, and I know I can finish my gift knits and things like that, so no stress. But a different kind of feeling, because I have had such motivation to knit during these past few years, so I haven't had a slump like this in a while. Of course, there have been seasons in my life when I haven't been knitting, because I have knit from my early childhood, so it has been ups and downs. But I am super excited, and most of all, I feel super grateful that I get to have a hobby like this. I get to spend my time knitting if I so choose, and I get to share it with you, and I get to connect with people around the world with the same interests. So that feels amazing, and I get to show and share my creativity and like a part of my inner world. So I'm very honored and very grateful for that, and very grateful that you are here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you are doing well, and until next time, happy knitting!